A deeply bugle blow. With traditional gesture, we would like to express our heartiest, joyous, and glorious welcome to you, dear esteemed guests.
Symbol of life, truth, and knowledge. It is a positive force that removes darkness. Light, the divinity of life, shows the right direction to life. Let's acknowledge God's presence at this place and pray for the gift of His knowledge and wisdom.
I now request Reverend Sister Jessie Maria, the Corporate Manager, Ma'am Shilpi Neha Tirki, MLA Mande Constituency, Reverend Father Ajit Kumar Khes, Provincial Superior of Ranchi, Society of Ranchi, Teacher Representative Mrs. Emiliana Lakra from Makmandro, and Student Representative Anjala to come forward and light the ceremonial lamp.
She's
What we present before you is the celebration of our journey of 75 years in the mission of education with a vision and goal. It is my honor to invite on stage our dear principal, Sister Agnes Jetty, to deliver the welcome address. Sister, please.
The light ignited 75 years ago by the servant of God Raymond Francis Camillus Mascarenhas, the founder of Bethany congregation, is still burning. It's a day to remember fondly and gratefully the blessings of God that He has poured especially on Bethany through the founding members, and those who collaborated in our educational ministry. To be part of our joy and celebration today, we have Mrs. Shilpi Nehatirki, MLA from Mandar constituency, as a chief guest, Reverend Father Ajit Kumar Kes, SJ, Provincial Superior, Ranchi Jesuit Society, who was the chief celebrant of the Holy Eucharist, and the presiding person of the day, Sister Jessie Maria B.S., Provincial Superior and Corporate Manager of Bethany Educational Society, Eastern Province. The dignitaries add joy and happiness to the celebration with their gracious presence on this jubilant occasion. I would like to introduce our guests with a floral welcome. Mumbai. Her father, Mr. Bandhu Tirki, a former member of the Legislative Assembly and former Education Minister in Jharkhand State, has been her role model. Belonging to the Indian National Congress Party, she won the State Assembly by-election in June 2022 with a big margin from the Mandar constituency. As a politician, she has already become popular. She responds to the needs of the people consciously. She voices the concerns of society, stands for justice, supports people with courage, and steps forward to be the voice of the voiceless. As of now, she is young and energetic and fulfills her responsibilities zealously. Thank you for gracing the occasion with your esteemed presence. May I request Sister Jessie Maria, the Corporate Manager, to welcome Mrs. Shilpi Nehatirki, the Chief Guest with the potted plant. Thank you, Sister. Idri village under Digya Parish, Bera Block. He joined the Society of Jesus in 1985 and was happy to have your benign presence at this historic event of Eastern Province. Thank you for having a great time with us. May I request Sister Agnalita to welcome Father Rajit with a potted plant. Thank you, Sister. And are encouraged by the visionary steps you take by leading the society in the Eastern Province. We warmly welcome you and thank you for being the strong pillar of Bethany in the Eastern Province. May I request now Sister Rose Rita, the local manager of Bethany Convent School, Rajaullahatu, to welcome Sister Jessie Maria, the corporate manager, with a potted plant. Thank you, Sister. These schools, Platinum Jubilee Special Awardees, Sister Vilvada, Mrs. Teresa Singh, Mr. Prafulla Kumar Lenka, Miss Seema George, Mrs. Jazaran Lakra, and our dear parents of Bethany, Rajaullahatu, you are lovingly invited to make this event time to think out of the box, primarily for all of us, dear teachers, to fulfill the mission of reaching out to others by spreading the light of knowledge to thousands across the globe. We, as teachers, are answerable to...
Thank you, Sister. All of us feel good.
I request Sister Christy, Bethany Educational Society Subcommittee member, to convey the message of the President, Sister Rose to all.
This message is from our President, Sister Rose Singh, and just giving the voice to her sentiments. Dear Sister Jessie Maria, Provincial Superior and Corporate Manager, On this joyous and memorable occasion of the closing ceremony of the Platinum Jubilee of Bethany Educational Society, Mangalore, held at Bethany Convent School, Rajaullahatu, Ranchi, please accept my heartiest congratulations to you, Sister Anita Morris, the Education Coordinator, Sister Christine, Sister Agnelita, Sister Margarita, and Sister Kanti Dundung, members of the BES subcommittee, correspondents, staff, students, parents of all the institutions in Eastern Province. I appreciate the visionary and dynamic leadership of the present and past provincial superiors and corporate managers in collaboration with their teams who have carried forward the Ministry of Education with much vibrancy. I thank God for enabling Bethany Educational Society to make its presence felt in Naini, Sultanpur, Narayanpur, and Greater Noida in Uttar Pradesh, Rajaullahatu, Ushamatu, McMunro in Jharkhand, Behrampur, Bargarh, Jarmunda, and Vadibahal in Odisha in Eastern Province. It's a matter of great pride and joy that presently there are 12 schools, 10 English medium, 1 Odia medium, and 1 Hindi medium, with a total strength of 11,562 students, with 513 teaching and 124 non-teaching staff. Besides, the tribal girl children are provided with good accommodation and friendly atmosphere for education through our hostels. I join you in spirit, praying for you, especially during the Eucharistic celebration, to be officiated by Reverend Father Ajit Kumar Kes, SJ, Provincial Superior, Ranchi Province, along with the clergy, religious, lay faithful, the well-wishers and benefactors. May the presence and message of Mrs. Shilpi Neha Tirki, MLA, Mandar Constituency, Jharkhand, other distinguished guests and civil officials revive your spirits and energize you to be more enthusiastic in carrying on the educational ministry as per the goal, transformation, education for fullness of life. For 75 long years, BS has cherished its valuable presence in the Indian soil in 27 states, from Punjab and Haryana in the north to Kanyakumari in the south, from northeastern states to west, transforming thousands of young hearts and minds through the education with a clear vision and a goal, education for fullness of life for all, especially the poor and the girl children, and arrived at the Platinum Jubilee. This celebration today beckons us to march ahead unitedly with optimism and fresh hopes, walking in the footsteps of servant of God, Raymond Francis Camillus Mascarenhas, our revered founder, and the life member of Bethany Educational Society, Bangalore, and the founding members, Mother Martha, Sister Claire, Sister Lourdes, and Sister Gertrude, who were the teachers. They were committed, creative, and conscientious citizens of the country through the knowledge, skills, and human values imparted in our institutions. Through the intercession of divine mercy of Jesus, the patron of the province, may we strive to remain focused on the vision, goal, and core values of Bethany Educational Society and 4 priorities of the Platinum Jubilee, namely upholding justice, liberty, equality and fraternity, promotion of peace and harmony, caring for Mother Earth, and education for excellence and self-reliance. Thus, translate the theme of the Platinum Jubilee year, transformative education for fullness of life towards human fraternity into a reality in the context of today. With good wishes and prayers, yours lovingly, Sister Rosemary PS, Superior General and President, the Bethany Educational Society, Bangalore.
It energizes the future and the present becomes a celebration. I am happy to invite on stage Reverend Sister Jessie Maria, the corporate manager, to highlight the significance of this day. Sister, please.
When I look around today, all the faces are familiar to me, and it's a joy to be together this morning. Honorable Chief Guest, Mrs. Shilpi Neha, MLA of Manda Constituency, Reverend Father Ajit Kes, SJ, Provincial Superior of Ranchi Province, Sister Anita Morris, Assistant Provincial Superior and Education Coordinator, Provincial Councillors, BS Subcommittee members, local managers, principals, Reverend Fathers, sisters, teachers, parents, well-wishers, and my dear students. Happy Platinum Jubilee to each one of you present here. For all of us are a part of Bethany family and especially part of Bethany Education Society. Let's celebrate, let's put our hands together and let us rejoice on this 75th year of Bethany Education Society. And today I feel it's my privilege to speak something about our founder who founded this Bethany Education Society with his vision and how this vision is being fulfilled today. Servant of God Monsignor Raymond Francis Camillus Mascarenhas, known as RFC Mascarenhas, is the founder of Bethany Education Society. He founded it along with Bethany Congregation in 1921, but it was registered in the year 1948, September 4th. So officially we celebrate we complete 75 years on September 4th, 2023. RFC Mascarenhas was a champion of education. He visualized a society where education would be everyone's privilege, and he focused on these ideas as early as 1920s by promoting primary education to all, especially the rural poor. With his far-sightedness, he envisioned years ago the Millennium Developmental Goals adopted by the United Nations. He was equally concerned about gender equality and the empowerment of women with self-sufficiency. At a time when the rural poor girls had very little opportunity for education, Monsignor Mascarenhas envisioned that education alone can free a girl child from the shackles of ignorance and the societal bondage. A visionary, a deep thinker, and yet a man of action, Monsignor Mascarenhas explored into this negative mindset of the society of his time and pioneered education for rural girls. He opened schools exclusively for poor girls to sustain and carry on his dream that every poor girl child should get education. He founded the congregation of the Sisters of the Little Flower of Bethany in 1921 and trained sisters to be all-round educators. Today, we proudly speak about India being on the moon. Rover Pragyan is able to send images of moon and its topography. We are advanced in science. The other side of the country is that there is no equal opportunities for boys and girls for education. In certain societies, Birth of a girl child is a cause of sorrow. Third girl child is considered almost a curse. And therefore, we hear about the torture and killing of female fetus, female baby. The female children are discriminated systematically from the conception to death, from cradle to grave. It is in this context of such mental attitude, in 75 years ago, the pioneering work of Monsignor Raymond Mascarenhas, the servant of God, shines forth as beacon of light for the girl child and for women. He also wanted to give women vocational training. So in 1922, Monsignor Raymond opened St. Martha's Industrial School at Bangalore, Mangalore. This was a path-breaking venture way back in 1920, where women were expected to be confined to their homes. Bethany sisters have carried the vision of education of girls to the farthest corner of India, from Punjab in the west to Nagaland and Mizoram in the northeast, Bihar, Bengal, Odisha in the east, to the southernmost part of Kerala. Sisters educate all, including tribal and Dalit girls. He wanted women to be empowered, women to hold important positions in the society, where women would be able to make decisions in their way of life, to execute their ideas successfully. He thus hoped that women would influence the society in education, in economics, in politics, and in fact, in every field. Bethany in North India has maintained a consistent focus on the empowerment of the girl children and women through our schools, hostels, vocational and non-formal education centers, national open schools, self-employment schemes, Mahila Mandals and self-help groups, legal and human rights education, family education programs, etc. In the context of today, situating ourselves in the context of India, we find ourselves standing at the crossroads. Today we hear about students committing suicide for silly reasons. Students take to the streets when there are untoward incidents. Teachers can no longer guide the students. There is hatred, anger, intolerance. How do we form a generation capable of responding to these situations with courage, confidence, objectivity? How do we shape the future where our children enjoy human fraternity and loving relationships, work for gender equality, and excel in all that we do? May this Platinum Jubilee celebration motivate Bethany Education Society to explore with the principles of life discerned by Walter Disney. Think, believe, dream, and dare. To think about the values that will transform our education system and make it vibrant, relevant, and useful. To believe in ourselves that we have the capacity to do so. To dream about the things that can be, ought to be, rooted in our beliefs and values. To dare to be different and to make difference and to make our education transformative. To share fullness of life with all, especially the weaker sections of the society. My heart is filled with gratitude to all our pioneering sisters, Bethany educators, who with their indomitable courage have faced the challenges of their mission, especially in UP, Odisha, Jharkhand for the past 58 years. With deep appreciation and gratitude, My deep appreciation and gratitude today to Sister Rosemary, the manager of Bethany Convent School, Rajaullahatu, Sister Agnes Tete, the principal, Vice Principal Sister Luciana, staff and students who are eagerly waiting to present the journey of Bethany Education Society for the past 75 years with their creativity and way forward. My sincere thanks to the chief guest, Mrs. Jubilee, Father Ajit, for your valuable presence, Reverend Fathers and Sisters, members of BS subcommittee members, staff, students, parents, all our well-wishers of Bethany Education Society for your loving presence during this closing ceremony. Special thanks for the presence of the teachers who have come all the way from UP, that is Sultanpur, Naini, Narayanpur, teachers from Odisha, that is from Jharmanda and Bargat, Badibahar, and teachers from our neighboring schools, that is Makmandu and Vishamatu. I am grateful to you for making it possible and your presence here during this event makes us to feel happy, and it matters us much because you are a part of Bethany for so many years and especially part of Bethany Education Society. I am grateful to each one of you present here, parents and our well-wishers and everyone, excluding none. Let's once again celebrate this event gratefully. May God bless us with all the total well-being, holiness and fullness of life. Wish you all once again a very happy Platinum Jubilee. God bless us all.
Part of Bethany, I request you, sister, to stay on to present the Platinum Jubilee Awards in recognition of dedicated service. Here is Sister Anita Morris, Province Education Coordinator, to present citation to each awardee.
The Eastern Province Administration decided to award 5 persons: a sister, a female teacher, a male teacher, a clerical staff, and a supportive staff for their dedicated and committed service on the occasion of the Platinum Jubilee of Bethany Educational Society. The selection was done carefully with due consultation. We heartily congratulate them and thank them for their treasured contribution. I request the subcommittee members of Bethany Educational Society, namely Sister Kristen, Sister Agneta, Sister Margarita, Sister Kanti, Sister Shamika, Sister Agnes Tete, and Sister Jasmita Jyoti to come to the base. Sister Wilberta B.S. May I now request Sister Wilberta, Mrs. Teresa Singh from Naini, Allahabad. Mr. Praful Kumar Lenka from Bethany Convent School, Bargat, Odisha. The clerical staff, Ms. Seema George from Stella Maris Convent School, Narayanpur, UP, and Mrs. Chacharan Lakda from Bethany Convent School, Makmandro, the support staff. We have a smiling place again, Sister Wilberta. Sister Wilberta, as esteemed member of Bethany congregation, has fulfilled various roles including teacher, principal, provincial superior, corporate manager, secretary of Bethany Educational Society in Mangalore and even assumed the position of the Superior General and the President of Bethany Educational Society. All the roles. Indeed, she is a veritable repository of knowledge, experience and ability. Her work ethic is characterized by meticulousness and diligence, which she applies with unwavering loyalty and commitment to her responsibilities. Knowing that education alone can liberate and empower people, she has taken many initiatives to promote excellence through framework. Her particular concern was to mainstream the slow learners and dropouts. Using creative methods, she has worked with steadfast devotion in mainstreaming the slow learners in formal schools, opened the National Institute of Open Schooling accredited centers for the study purpose for dropouts, introduced competitive exams to the poor children in the vernacular to ensure their excellence, promoted skill education for the poor to be self-reliant, assisted the poor and the marginalized children to continue their studies by organizing scholarship drives and encouraging social responsibility from the beneficiaries. As the Secretary of Bethany Education Society, she initiated the evolving Bethany Education Society's vision, goals and core values. She has also evolved Bethany pedagogy. She paid attention to every aspect of life and mission with dedication. Her devotion to the founder and Bethany community is profound. After her term as a Superior General, she chose to reside in a village community at Matmandro, now continuing her dedicated service in diverse ways. Dear sister, your monumental contribution to Bethany is acknowledged with heartfelt gratitude. Your tireless efforts in ensuring our institution's self-sufficiency and fostering confidence are commendable. I now request Sister Jessie Maria to honor Sister. She deserves louder applause. Convent School, Naini Prayagraj. She embodies a unique blend of qualities that make her an invaluable asset to the school community. Her willingness and cheerful disposition in undertaking various school tasks create an atmosphere of enthusiasm and positivity. Notably approachable to students and staff, she relies solely on soft skills to foster meaningful connections and effective communication. Her impressive depth of knowledge is matched only by her exceptional teaching abilities, which consistently deliver excellence in education. Beyond academics, she exhibits a genuine interest in inspiring students, parents, and the general public through her unwavering motivation and support. She is a mother to all the students, and her approach towards them is gentle and loving. With a punctual and loyal nature, Mrs. Teresa Singh is an actual role model, leaving an indelible mark on the school's ethos and success. In recognition of your committed service at Bethany Naini, we are happy to honor you today. Praful Kumar Lenka has been a beacon of dedication and affection for our institution at Bethany Convent School, Bargad, Odisha for the past 10 years, embodying a profound love that resonates through his actions. His enthusiasm infuses the school environment with a vibrant energy that uplifts everyone around him. Sincerity is a cornerstone of his character. He approaches his responsibilities with unwavering commitment and establishes himself as reliable and faithful. Always ready to extend a helping hand, his genuine willingness to assist knows no bounds as he remains accessible anytime. His empathetic and understanding nature fosters an environment of mutual respect, particularly towards the sisters, showcasing his sense of responsibility and gratitude. Mr. Praful's pleasant nature matches his discipline and hard work, and his creativity shines through in his teaching methods, benefiting even the most challenged students. He is not just an educator, but also a bridge between the students and the parents, the school and the general public, diligently maintaining harmonious relationships that enhance the educational experience. Bethany rejoices to honor you, Mr. Praful Kumar Lenka, recognizing your dedicated service. Miss Seema George, a valued clerical staff at Stella Maris Convent School, Narayanpur for 14 years, encapsulates a profound sense of belonging to the institution, illuminating her commitment through her every action. Her diligence is a hallmark trait. She approaches her work with unwavering dedication, ensuring that all tasks are completed meticulously. She even extends her efforts beyond regular school hours with a positive attitude. Punctuality is inherent to her work ethic, setting a commendable standard for her duties. Ms. Seema George navigates her responsibilities with a remarkable balance of gentleness and firmness. She is compassionate and generous towards the less privileged and reaches out to them with empathy and kindness. Bethany, dear Ms. Seema George, gladly honors you on this significant occasion. Of Bethany Convent School, Makmandro, Ranchi, Jharkhand. Bethany Convent मकमंदरों की एक बहुत ही कर्तव्यनिष्ठ सहयोगी स्टाफ श्रीमती छाचरन जो 14 वर्षों तक अपनी सेवा देती आ रही हैं, वह साक्षात में बहुत दुर्लभ गुणों के संयोजन का प्रतीक हैं जो संस्थान के लिए एक वैभव है। उनकी निष्ठा, ईमानदारी और वफादारी उनके चरित्र का आधार है, जो उनकी भूमिका के प्रति उनकी दृढ़ प्रतिबद्धता में स्पष्ट है। वह संस्थान को बहुत ही जिम्मेवारी के साथ देखभाल करती है। संस्थान के प्रति उसका समर्पण और अपने कर्तव्य को बहुत बखूबी से निभाती है। श्रीमती छाजरण की अपनी सेवाएं देने की इच्छा की कोई सीमा नहीं है, क्योंकि वह किसी भी कार्य के लिए तैयार रहती है। उनके समर्पण की भावना को हम छुट्टियों में और कोरोना काल की चुनौतियों में उन्होंने स्कूल के बगीचे की लगातार देखभाल करके और विद्यालय परिसर के सफाई बनाए रखने के लिए उल्लेखनीय संकल्प प्रदर्शित किया। उनके योगदान तथा उनके सम्मानजनक दृष्टिकोण में उन्हें स्कूल के प्रबंधन, कर्मचारियों, छात्रों, अभिभावकों और आस पड़ोस की आम जनता के साथ बहुत ही सराहनीय रहा है। श्रीमती छाजरण की प्रतिबद्धता और मैत्रीपूर्ण रिश्ते विद्यालय के लिए एक सच्चा आदर्श उदाहरण है। प्रिय श्रीमती छाजरण लकड़ा, आज आपके प्रेम एवं सेवा को प्रकार पाकर बेथनी संस्था प्रसन्न है।